Men nowadays have struggled with this whole over-analyzing and overthinking and underdoing. I've noticed that a lot, right? And I used to be this guy too. I used to always think about all of the reasons why I can't do this specific thing or all of these different hurdles that didn't even exist, but I would create them in my own mind so that I would literally just not do anything. And then I would complain and say, well, life is too hard, or this is too hard, or society has just made it hard for me to win. And I'd turn into like this victim. And I saw this happen with myself, and I saw this happening with a lot of other men around me who were ambitious, right? Like, we're all ambitious men. Let's be real, right? Most of you, if you're watching me, I believe that you're an ambitious man. When you're ambitious, you have these goals and you start to think really, really hard on what is the best way to achieve these goals. And it becomes less about speed because, yeah, you want speed, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you don't get around certain hurdles. And what I found, and shout out to Elisha Long, I believe his name is. I'm going to shout him out in this video because I don't want you to think that I'm just copying people. I actually genuinely listen to this guy's videos. And his whole philosophy is being retarded. I agree with this shit 100%. I think men should be more retarded nowadays. More retarded than ever before. I think men should stop overthinking and just overdoing. Because when I stopped overthinking and started overdoing and getting feedback from what it is that I did and got better at it, I actually achieved my goals a lot faster. I did this with the gym. I see a lot of men who are talking about, hey, I want to get jacked. I want to do this and I want to do that. Well, what are the best macros? What's the best exercise to get this bicep peak that I want? What's the best exercise for my traps? What are the best exercises for my chest? How do I get that like upper chest? Like, bro, you look like a sack of oatmeal. Like, you're a pencil neck. You don't need to be overthinking about all of this shit. You just have to get in the gym and start training, and then you're going to start figuring it out over time. That's how you do it. You do it through experimentation because everyone's different. Nobody has the same exact body. Everyone has a different type of body. Everybody responds differently. You see the same thing when it comes to money, right? A lot of men are trying to make money nowadays because, let's be honest, the economy's shit in a lot of places. I'm not going to sit here and deny it, right? It's true. If I was a man who didn't have anything going for me and I wanted to start making money and I was at this bullshit 9-to-5, I would be fully retarded. And it's funny because a lot of the 19-year-olds, a lot of the guys who are at this age where they don't necessarily have to critically think, the internet has made it pretty much so that the people who think critically the least win the most. These 19-year-olds that are printing money are fucking retarded in the best possible way. They just see a business model. They're like, cool. Oh, drop shipping. Great. So you just basically find a product from China. You make a website, you brand it, you make some TikTok videos and you sell. Now, again, I'm oversimplifying, but they just start. And then they're like, wait, okay, let me learn email marketing because I have to nurture the people who go into this website and I have to basically create this pop-up window for them to save. Cool, I'll learn that so that, because then I can make more money with the people on the back end. And then, wait, let me figure out what are the winning TikTok videos so I can just copy it. And then they start learning all of the intricate details of what it is. They don't just go and try to overload themselves with information because that's the problem that we live in right now. We live in a place of there's so much information out there. There's free information everywhere. And there's little implementation of that information. It's like everybody wants to basically just take information. Oh yeah, this is a cool way. This is a cool method. Oh yeah, he talked about this method. Oh, well, he talked about this method. And this is a problem that's going to happen when I make X amount. You're not there yet. You haven't started. You've been mentally masturbating for the past year. 2025 is coming to an end. All of the goals that you said you wanted to reach back in the fucking new year of 2025, you still haven't reached them. You still haven't even probably started, or you may have started and you fell off because you overloaded your brain with too much information. So my solution for you, right? My solution for you, Retard Max. Shout out to Elisha Long again. Brilliant. This dude might come down as one of the best philosophers of our time with that concept because it's so it's a fact. Everything in life, everything in my life has worked because I just got fucking retarded about it. Like moving to Romania, I literally became a retard. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna pack my shit up in 2 weeks. I'm going to literally buy a flight ticket and move to Romania. I'm gonna sell all of my stuff. Fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. But imagine if I was overanalyzing and I was like, well, wait, I have to get this taken care of. I need to get this taken care of. And I need to break all this down. I would have never moved. I would have stayed in the US where I was. And that's the thing, right? The thing that's interesting is that a lot of the times we get to a point where we overanalyze so much that we just never start. And we see other people and we're like, well, I'm smarter than him. Why is he winning? Because he's a fucking retard, which means he's gonna win. That's what society rewards now, is the action takers. And nowadays, the action takers are the dumbest people. I think the higher your IQ is, the less successful you will be moving forward. Truly. Because the person with the lower IQ, the person who purposely lowers their IQ and just simplifies everything, will start to get the feedback loops. And what I mean by feedback loops is the results that you get in life. You can now measure them, and now you can start to figure out little tweaks that you make along the way, but you're still making progress. You're still moving forward. You see, the retard walks and just fucking figures it out as he goes. He might find a guide along the way. He might find a mentor along the way to help him as he moves forward. Helps him move forward. Oh, okay, I put some money into this. This guy's going to shortcut my process. Boom. Move forward faster. Right? That's a fact. Now, the smart guy is going to sit there and draw fucking charts and graphs and try to figure shit out. And it's like, no, bro. I'm going to give you the most retarded way to win. I'll give you my framework that I help a lot of my clients that I have now, like how I actually structure their shit. Because I was the type of person who overanalyze shit and put everything in complicated frameworks and everything. That shit doesn't get results like that. It does. But you get results faster when you simplify shit. So I'm going to give you a simplified model for how I even got multidimensionally jacked, because I mean, that's what we want to do, right? When I talk about the different golden signal, all that, the whole point is to be multidimensionally jacked, which means you are excelling in every dimension of life. There are 4 dimensions that I specialize in for myself, that I've specialized in for myself. There's the physical side, there's the mental side, there's a mental dimension, mentally jacked, there's the financial dimension, financially jacked, there's the social dimension, socially jacked. I always had the 5th one as spiritual. I honestly have realized through learning this shit myself and actually living life, that all the spiritual bullshit that people talk about, I say bullshit because it's all just fucking woo-woo words. It's all mental. It's all mindset. All spirituality from this whole esoteric lens of abundance. See abundance mindset? Everything is about the mindset. That's it. You can literally change your reality through your mind. Even when you read spiritual concepts, I read the Kabbalion, right? It's the law of mentalism, right? All is mental. All is the mind. Everything revolves around your mind. So yes, that's why I took so spiritually jacked out, because you don't need to know all the extra spiritual shit, bro. You just need to understand your mind. You need to understand how your mind operates and how you can make it operate the way that you want it to operate. But when I say all this, I say that here is a simple process that I do with my clients to help them moving forward starting now, right? I've simplified everything. And I will go through all of this shit in different frameworks and more videos, because this aligns with me the most. So there's identity reprogramming, which means pick an identity, pick the future version of yourself that you want to be. Think about how that person thinks, what that person believes, what that person's emotions are on a regular basis, and what that person's actions are on a day-to-day basis. Think about how they dress, think about how they move through life, think about how their energy is, think about all the details of this person. Now, that was my alarm. That's crazy, bro. I know I scared you on that. Now, when you think about this, become that person. Become the identity, right? And now when you become the identity, you now have to embody it every day. Now you have to do all of that, the rituals and the habits that that person does. They get up early in the morning. Okay, cool. Do they go straight to work? Okay, cool. That's what you do. What kind of work do they do? How do they block off their time? Boom. Now you do that shit now. You embody who you want to become now. You become the person that you want to be now. It's an instant shift. You establish, you take the mindset of that person now. If you don't know who you want to become, the best thing I can tell you to do, and this is going to sound degenerate and retarded, and that's the whole point, go watch some movies, bro. I'm gonna go against all the fucking self-improvement shit because I think it's all bullshit. They tell you don't watch TV, don't watch Netflix, don't watch all this shit. I watch movies for a purpose, and you'll see that a lot of the men who are successful watch movies. And they don't just watch movies just to watch movies. They watch movies to see something playing out, a character in that movie playing out, and they get inspired by that character and they become that character. Let's take Tate, for example. Tate is clearly a Han Solo type of guy if you watch Star Wars. Some of you guys think that shit's nerdy. I thought that shit was nerdy until I started watching the Han Solo shit because I was like, this person eerily reminds me of this guy Tate when he was first blowing up, right? I followed him since like Twitter days, like back in like 2018, bro. I've literally been following this dude's entire arc because his Twitter was very interesting. He could write very, very well before he even spoke on camera. You also look at Scarface. He has a lot of Scarface in him, right? And he embodies these characters so thoroughly. I think he embodies Scarface the most. Even the way that Scarface dresses. You look at the way Scarface talks. You look at the way that Scarface does business. It's almost the same. You know what I mean? And that's what you have to do. Watch movies and start to embody those characters. They call it method acting, where you embody the characters that you want to be. Now, when you're done doing this, you want to go out in the world and be that person. And you want to do the actions that you need to be able to get the goals that you want. So if it's starting a business, you want to go ahead and start selling, bro. Be retarded. Start selling the offer before you've even built it. And force yourself to get to a point where people want that shit so bad because now you know. And you start to actually get to work on the actual like program, the actual product, whatever it is that you're selling. You put that shit together as you go. It's like Icarus when he falls down. Have you ever heard the myth of Icarus, right? He falls down and he's trying to build his wings as he comes up. Now he fails, of course. But it's kind of like that where you throw yourself down and you're building the wings as you go. You're building the wings. And it's the same concept. I say this with business. It's the same with women, bro. A lot of guys overthink this shit with women. They're like, well, I can't go. What's the best possible cold approach line that I can say that's going to make her do this and make her do that? I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Be fucking retarded. See a woman that you think is very attractive. Go up to her and just start talking. Go up to her and just say, hey, I saw you were doing this. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but I think you're very, very attractive. I'd love to take you out one day. Just do basic shit like that. Do that to like 100 women that you find attractive. And I guarantee you're going to see results. And you're going to iterate the process as you go. You're going to say, well, wait, that's a bad opening line. Can't really say that shit. What's a better way to say it? Let me test it out this way. This is what I'm saying. Identity shift or identity selection, identity embodiment, feedback loop, boom, rotate. Okay, that identity didn't serve me for this next period of life. Now pick a new identity. Boom, do it. I did this shit to be multidimensionally jacked. This is exactly what I did. With every single dimension that I wanted to be, I embodied the certain identity that mastered that specific dimension. It's the same with going to the gym. I embodied the identity of Ronnie Coleman when I was doing bodybuilding. I embodied that shit. I embodied how he thought, how he ate. Yeah, how he ate. That shit was disgusting. How he dressed even sometimes. I embodied all that shit. All so that I could master that dimension. And I incorporated my own personality into it and my own processes as I got the feedback, as I looked at my body and I'm like, okay, well, what do I need specifically? Now I can make some changes. All right. I did have a coach to help me to speed up the process as well. That's how you accelerate results, is by finding people. And I'm not advertising myself. Again, if I'm somebody that you want to work with in terms of becoming multidimensionally jacked, you can apply below, or you can go on there, message me on Telegram, look at what I have to offer. I'm not putting a gun to your head to work with me, but I'm always gonna put out free shit like this for you to get value from. If you want more than that, if you want access to me, if you want to talk to me, if you want my specific process based on your specific situation, I can help you with that. So link will be in the description. Or if you want any of the different courses that I have, why do I sell courses? I have to always mention this shit. One, I'm not some fucking course guru that comes out here that gives information that I've never lived. All of this shit I've mastered, I've put together in frameworks, bite-sized pieces for you to be able to buy if you are on a smaller budget. That's why I do it. Because I cannot, I repeat, I cannot go through and talk to hundreds of people that DM me damn near every day. I have my requests folder is full of questions. And I just can only refer you back to curated information that I've made at a very, very low price. But obviously access to me is going to be more expensive. People cry about it, let them cry. Because I don't beg, right? I just announce. But all in all, you want to be able to have that process for everything, bro. For everything in life. If you can be more retarded, if men could be more retarded in 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, 2030, you will be far more successful than 99% of men on this planet because everyone's trying to cosplay as this intellectual. Even I did this shit. Even I wanted to cosplay and be this intellectual guy that just, you know, I know all of these crazy theories. What the fuck does that do? What has that done for me? I've learned things along the way. I've learned shadow work along the way because I realized, well, there's some shit that's sabotaging my growth. I got to figure out what it is. So it led me down this rabbit hole of shadow work through Carl Jung. And I've incorporated that in my own philosophy to help other people as well as myself. But overall, bro, you got to start getting retarded. Fuck all the over intellectualization of shit. Fuck all of the, I need to watch hundreds of videos before I get started. If it's a business, you don't need an LLC. You just need a payment processor. Go on Stripe, make an account, figure out what it is that you want to sell. Make a basic fucking website if you want to. Don't even make a website if you don't even want to do that. Start talking to people. Start telling them what you have to offer, seeing if they want it. If enough people want that shit, start to sell it. Start to figure out how to actually put it together as a system. And then start to scale it with ads if you really want to, or scale it with content if you really want to. Figure out the best way to create content that's going to get you the most views, more eyeballs onto your product or service. Run it. Run it. Get to fucking work. Fuck the self-improvement bullshit. You don't need hours of meditation to get shit done in this life. That's what a lot of you guys are going to start to realize as time moves forward. You're going to realize that all of these guys that have been selling you self-improvement rituals and fucking ideas and all of these things, they're only selling you that shit to make money off of the self-improvement itself. Self-improvement doesn't get you rich. Action does. Action. Self-improvement is just like the foundation, bro. Just become a normal human being. Because I get it. There's a lot of men nowadays, they're subhuman. So they need the self-improvement to get to the point where they become human. And then you act. But I guarantee a lot of you guys are not subhuman. I don't shit on people like that. I do think all of you guys are human, but you're stuck with inaction because I've been there and I've done that. And it wasn't until I started taking radical action to where I started getting radical results. I became retarded when it came to YouTube. Everybody talked about studying thumbnails, studying fucking, click-through rates, studying just all the different ways, editing, I gotta learn editing. I became retarded and said, you know what? I'm just gonna post a video, I'm gonna turn on the camera and I'm gonna talk my mind. I'm gonna go blank and just talk. And I'm just gonna get better as I go. I'll post a video a day for 365 days. And we'll see how I get. And my retarded goal was 1,000 subscribers in a year. It's like, yeah, I'm 1,000 subscribers in a year, bro. I'm good, chilling. No monetization strategy, no nothing. Didn't even take on a YouTube coach. I probably would have been ahead further if I did that. I probably would be at like fucking 200,000 subscribers right now, sure. Or not, right? But I just went ahead and did it. And surely enough, a year later, I'm sitting at, or a year and a half later, I'm sitting at 81,000 subscribers and counting. And I appreciate all of you guys. I rock with all of you guys. And I'm still iterating as I go. I'm still full retard mode now. You can tell because there's previous videos, and I'll give you guys a very raw, honest example. Retarded thinking. Okay, well, I have this new coaching program that I've put together out of all of my previous coaching programs. I want to evolve into this thing. Let me just start saying it out loud, and let me get the people who are bystanders to get the fuck out. So I just start going on, and I just start going on a rampage on a video. Now, feedback loop, right? Doesn't work as well. No. But what does work is subtly plugging it in throughout the video, but providing everything, giving you guys everything for free. Now, I've had people who have advised me. I don't really work with these people anymore. Okay, well, do it this way. Do it this way. That's why you see all these subtle shifts in how I present shit. Because I'm taking advice from other people. But the retard in me says, Martell, you know what the fuck to do, bro. Like, you know your shit better than other people. Just do the shit, just be retarded. And not try to like overanalyze shit, not try to take on all this information, not try to be perfect, not try to do this. Someone was telling me, hey, make like 4-minute videos and shit. You're giving out too much value. You're not asking for enough. And you know, the retard in me said, what the fuck do you need anything for? Bro, just say what the fuck it is that you know. What are you gatekeeping for? Gatekeeping what? It's information. Most of these motherfuckers don't even use the information. It's all good. And even if they did use the information, that's great. You know what I mean? And that's the real me. Like that's the genuine, authentic me. The genuine, authentic me is not getting on the camera screaming at people to work with me. It's not authentic to me, and I'm sure you could tell. It's not really me. That's an idea that I'm trying to adopt from somebody who thinks they know, who doesn't know. Not shitting on that person, by the way. I'm sure he might be watching this video or something like that. But I do take on advice from other people a lot, and I realize that other people's advice sometimes don't really work, especially if they're not where you want to be. You don't take that advice. This is why I tell you, like, if you see that I'm somewhere that you want to be in some area of life, feel free to take my advice. If you're doing better off than I am, or you know exactly what it is that you need to do and you're achieving everything that you want, feel free to not take my advice. Just don't, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. But what I would tell you is be retarded and create. Create what it is that you want to create. Take the action steps that you want to take. So if this was valuable for you, I appreciate you. Again, all of my links will be in the description. If you want to call me a guru, I guess I'm a guru. I guess I'm a good guru, right? I'm not giving you bullshit. All this shit actually works. But I accept the hate. I accept the love. With love, with all of you guys. All my haters. Everybody. I love all you guys. So I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video.